So guys, um, I'm reading an article here, and very interesting news. I didn't ever think of this fight, but actually looking at it, it's quite a good fight. Jarrett Hurd says that he can potentially see a fight between him and Errol Spence in the future. It says he says here, I've seen interviews where Errol Spence has said that when I move up, I want to go straight for the gold, meaning he wants to go straight for the titles. And a fight with Errol Spence is definitely something I've often thought about, said Hurd. So when you think about the champions, you've got Munguia, who is the top rank HBO side. So that would be tough for Spence to go after someone like him. Then you've got someone like Jamal Charlo, who is in Spence's camp, sharing trainer Derek James. So he's unlikely to face him first. So the only person Spence would be speaking about is me, 154. And I like that fight for sure. So there you have it. Jarrett Hurd gives his thought on a potential fight between him and Errol Spence. Now, how would I see an Errol Spence and Jarrett Hurd fight going? It's a very, very interesting fight, and although most people would probably say Spence, I don't know. I think it would be a very, very tough fight for Spence. Jarrett Hurd is a massive 154 pounder. When I mean massive, he is huge. And he has a style that would cause anyone trouble. He has a come forward style, in your face, not giving you any breathing space. And he beat Lara. He beat Lara, who's a very, very slick boxer, who's very hard to beat. Jarrett Hurd is a very, very tough fight, and I actually think that would be a very hard fight for Spence. If I'm honest, I'd probably lean towards Spence because I think Spence is technically better. But Jarrett Hurd's no one to play around with. Jarrett Hurd could easily knock out Errol Spence. Because you got to realise, Jarrett Hurd is a big 154 pounder. He's not, like, you got to realise, Errol Spence won't be a big 154 pounder. You know, just because you're a big just because you're a big welterweight doesn't mean you're a big 154 or a light middleweight. You know, if you're a big welterweight, you'd probably be a decent sized light middleweight. But Jarrett Hurd is a guy that could move up to middleweight and fight. He's a big, just like Errol Spence is a big welterweight, Jarrett Hurd's an even bigger light middleweight. He struggles. Like, I don't know how he makes that weight. He's that big. That's when he has a lot of advantages in that fight. He's big, he's tall, he's rangy, he's strong, he come forward. It's just a hard fight. It's a hard fight. And actually, I think it would be a very good and close fight. Because Errol Spence has a bullish kind of style. Now, how would that style match up against somebody that's bigger than him, that's stronger than him, where he has to watch out? Because in the welterweight division, you got to realise, people probably have to watch out for Errol Spence because he's the bigger guy. He's a big puncher at that weight. All of a sudden, now you're fighting guys that are bigger than you, that are stronger than you. Are you still going to be able to come forward the way Errol Spence does against a guy that's a lot bigger? I don't know, because you look at someone like Gennady Golovkin. His style, he's a come forward fighter. He gives you no space. He gives you no breathing space. But if you look at it, he's never moved up weight. Because he knows that advantage that he has at middleweight, he'd lose because the guys at super middleweight will be able to take the shots a lot better. His punches won't be as powerful because those guys are bigger. So that style that Golovkin has at the upper weights might not help. He might not be able to take that power with him. So that'll affect him if he moves up. And that's why he probably has never moved up. Same thing with Errol Spence. He's a come forward fighter. Although I think technically he's also very good. I think his style, he could struggle fighting someone bigger and stronger than him. But I think this will be a great fight. I think it will be a very, very good fight between Hurd and Spence. It would be a fight that I would love to see. It would be a fight I would love to see because I actually think it'd be a pick 'em fight. I generally do. I know people would probably lean towards Spence, but I don't know who would win this fight. It'd be a cracker. That's my opinion on it. What do you guys make of Jarrett Hurd and Errol Spence? Who would you pick in that fight? What do you think would happen if those two square off? Leave your thoughts, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.